following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th as Disruption Network and Doughboy Barbecue presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny Captain Trip Moriel. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all Captain Trip's personal treasures, local artist display, food from Doughboy Barbecue, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Taurus, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott Domenico, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
Wrestle Fandom Radio, Disruption Network, Stu Garrett rated R, ZB on the set first, Utica, New York, them CNY wrestling fans, giving you results like attendance, heads are in the stands, rumors in advance, who's returning, who got injured, we're paying homage to the legends going through the tenure, I had to spit it on wax, we give opinions and facts, all the latest updates, who was getting the strap, who was getting pushed, who was heating, who was cheating, who got buried for a top spot and who was leaving, what you think of TNA, what you think of the E, who's the best in Ring of Honor, who's in NXT, also Lucha Underground and New Japan Pro, AAA in Mexico, you know this is the fan show, we do this for the love and show it locally, this is what a wrestling podcast's supposed to be, Disruption Networks, Wrestle Fandom Radio, reviewing the pay-per-views, talk about your favorite show, hear about who made the news, latest on the internet, what's the shooter, what's the work, who's the champ's biggest threat, Disruption Networks, Wrestle Fandom Radio, reviewing the pay-per-views, talk about your favorite show, hear about who made the news, latest on the internet, what's the shooter, what's the work, who's the champ's biggest threat, do you hate Roman Reigns, who's the best in the Shield, will John Cena eventually end up turning the heel, we Young Bucks and Bullet Club, and I'm signing with Vince, World Wrestling Entertainment, dotted line on the Prince,
yo,
make his debut in the
what's up?
Yo.
Just turn it off, man.
Cut the music, damn it. Cut the damn music. What's up, everybody? It's Wrestle Fandom Radio.
Yeah.
On the Disruption Network.net. How's it going?
What up?
How's it going?
What up? What's up, fellas? As you can see, we have an extra person with us tonight. My man.
It's spooky.
Stones is here.
What up, brother?
How we doing, guys?
We're doing.
Thanks for having me
Got
on.
the stone.
I guess you could say this podcast is a fatal four-way now.
Oh shit!
A lot of cross talking going on. No, fucking around with it.
I'm injured. I'm injured always, so I'm going down first. I'm taking the first down.
First down.
I'll be out. But
Yeah.
So before we get into anything, there's a story that needs to be told. It's about how me and Joe became friends.
Let's hear it.
We got real intimate.
Yeah, it got far fast.
Yeah.
So
You guys might excite me a little bit.
if this excites you, you got issues. So we went on a cruise. I went with Adam Belanger and his dad.
Booze cruise?
No, just a regular cruise. We all worked for the state at the time.
Okay.
His dad, Adam's dad, still worked for the state.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
So he was like, you got to come. For like 10 years, he was trying to get me on a come on a cruise. So finally, I was like, all right.
My parents were like best friends of mine.
Yeah. So we, I went with Adam. We were all hanging out all the time. I met Joe. I think like first day, second day, maybe. I'm not exactly 100%. It was like a week.
We were acquainted
cruise.
from high school, but
yeah,
me and Garrett had never chilled.
Yeah, we knew it's crazy because we literally know like all the same
He was
people.
too cool
But we
for you
were
in high school.
yeah, kind of the other way around. But so Adam, and were you there the night before with Lawrence too?
Yeah, so the night before we had met this chick and her brother, like the first day that we were on this cruise, and Adam was being Adam. Adam's very social guy, so we're hanging.
Oh, I forgot about this part.
All right, this is what like makes the story.
I don't know. The whole story is insane, but I forgot about this part.
So we hung out with her, and I think I was 21. You were 22.
I was 23.
So I was 22.
I think
this chick was 18, I think, and her brother was like 20. And
you sure she was 18?
Once you're in international waters, I think it was like 18 or 19. You could drink or whatever. So like we hung out with these guys like at nighttime or whatever, and it was the second to last night. The next day we were going to go to Jamaica. So we went out to whatever the little club was that they had there, and we're all drinking. We all get hammered. And then
Lawrence, well, more importantly, right there, Lawrence was there. Lawrence was the main entertainment director. He was just a guy. He worked for the cruise.
Awesome Jamaican.
Right. And we were reporting in his
hometown. Was Kofi Kingston there?
We're reporting in Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
And so he's like, you guys got to come to the house party.
Well, there's a reason he said that. So that night we're all partying, we're all having a good time. I think you had gone to bed.
I did. I passed out.
And me and Adam went up to the top deck to get food, and there was a bunch of people from Rome there, so we ended up playing pitch on the top deck till like 5 o'clock in the morning, right? So we stumbled downstairs. Adam's room was right down the hall from mine. I had my own room. Adam had his own room. 7 o'clock in the morning, right? My phone rings, and it's Abo, and he's like, dude, security was just at my room looking for that. Her name was Lauren.
Yeah.
Looking for Lauren. And they reported her missing. She never showed back up to her room last night. They just came and like they searched under my bed, searched my whole entire room. And like these rooms were maybe the size of a bathroom. Like you couldn't hide anybody.
They were the size of this table.
You couldn't
for
hide,
real.
You couldn't hide shit in this. So I'm like, oh shit. I was like, all right, like I'm in a wife beater and like boxers. I'm like, all right, let me get changed. I'll come right down. Before I even hang the phone up, you hear, it's security. I'm like, oh shit. So I answer the door. They make me stand up against the wall, and then they search my room looking for this chick. And I'm like,
check your pockets for her.
So I get dressed quick and I run down the hall to Adam's room, and I'm like, dude, like what the hell? Like this is insane. Like and like they start announcing over the whole boat, like Lauren, whatever, blah blah blah.
I wake up to this,
Please
to the
report.
announcements.
Oh, really?
So I go down to Adam's room. This chick's brother shows up, like with more security, screaming at us. They're the ones who took her. They were with her. Da, da, da. And I'm like, bro, slow your roll, okay? We didn't do nothing with your sister. We have about 15 people that saw us on the top deck till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell your sister went. She was wasted.
Could have fell overboard, right?
Right, and that's what everybody's thinking. So we head down to the main like room or the staircase and everything, and we walk in and we see this dude with her parents. They're all freaking out. Me and Adam, and I think we met up with you in the main room. So I see my parents over on the side, right? My dad's smoking his stogie. And we walk out, and my mom's like, "You hear that announcement?" So I proceed to tell her the story. She's like, "You fucking asshole!" Like, she's like, "Of course, like there's thousands of people on this goddamn boat, and you guys are the idiots who get caught up in this shit, right?"
Yeah, but you didn't do nothing.
Right. So come to find out what happened, this chick was so wasted, she couldn't find a room. So one of the female staff members was like, "Listen, just crash in my bunk." Mm-hmm. So she finally woke up.
I thought she was going to be smashing or something.
She's just waiting. So this Lawrence dude comes up to us, and he's like, "Yo, like, we're in my hometown. Like, we're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to, like, party with the people on the boat." He's like, he hands us a piece of paper with a phone number on it. And he goes, "Get in any cab, give them this phone number. They'll call it, and you'll meet up with us, right? You know, like, you guys went through too much shit. We're going to get you fucked up." And I'm like, all right. So we get off the boat. We hand it. And like it's the tourist attraction right in the beginning. So we get a cab. We hand it to the cab driver. We start driving, right? All of a sudden, it's like shanties and shit. And I'm like, all right, we're going to get shot. Like, I'm going to die in Jamaica. Like,
get robbed and tossed in the fucking woods.
That's exactly what I think is going on. So this dude pulls up and goes, "Okay, you wait here." And it's like a corner store. Like in the middle of the...
Yeah, you guys shouldn't even been doing this.
No, I thought we were going to get...
It was your age. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Bus pulls up. It's all the staff members and everything. It's this
party bus.
Exactly. And they're like, "Yo, get on the bus." And there's like a sandals resort there. And there's like one section, and there's a big bridge, and there's another section. We pull up, and it's a nice-ass house. We walk over. They got their own little private beach. His cousin's out
literally in between
tables. It looks like a rap video, bro. Like his DJing and everything. Like,
right on the beach, in between a sandals resort. Literally, it's on the beach.
You guys were the rock stars of this.
There's jet skis waiting for us.
They're handing us beer. We didn't pay for
alcohol, beer,
all this
everything.
Jamaican food and everything. Like, and we
dancing.
It was a party. We walked into a rap video in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
You couldn't have.
And you guys didn't even know each other that well.
No, I knew Abo well. He was best friends with Adam.
Yeah,
like,
Adam's been best friends since I was 5. So
I forgot
felt
about
hard.
that.
Yeah, you know.
So we roll up to this rap video and we start having a good time. Like, "Oh, go swimming," you know. So I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. So I go out a little bit. All of a sudden, I get sharp ass pain in my foot. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
Look, I get fucking sea urchin right in my foot.
Okay,
dude. You should have seen it. What was there? 12? What did
I was going to say, 12? I thought you got stung by a jellyfish.
Jellyfish, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
16 of these things are in the bottom of my left foot.
It was.
Is that dangerous or is it?
No, it's like a jellyfish thing.
They eventually go away.
They're not poisonous or not. Yeah.
So they said, "Oh, you know the best way to get the pain out? You know, somebody needs to piss on your foot."
Oh, for real? They do that shit with that too? Yeah, okay.
So,
but it's not a life or death thing.
No, not at all.
No, it's just
you're like, yeah, somebody needs to piss on me.
So she made.
What if you peed on it yourself? Does that count?
I don't know. But like,
you just put it in a cup and pour it.
We've been drinking, so like we're not really thinking clearly. G's like, "Yo, I'll do it." So I put my foot out and. We were bonded ever since.
Was R. Kelly playing in the background?
Ain't nothing wrong.
The funny thing too. Then right. So like the rest of the day happens. The next day we're heading back, and then like the next morning after that, we get off. Back in Florida.
Oh, so first you're pissed, now you get off.
Yeah. Sorry. So then
it normally goes.
Yeah, right.
Golden showers.
So then I don't see Joe for like, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, and it's like
that.
It's like the fall now, right?
Yeah, it gets busy.
And I walk into Black River Ale House, and I look in the back, and there he is at a table. So I go walking back, and
yo, I'm the dude who pissed on your foot.
I go to stick my hand out. He gives me this look. He slaps my hand away, and he just hugs me. You know, I'm like, you're right. We are way past shaking hands.
Was it still TA's North then, or was it still Black River Ale House?
It might have been still.
I don't remember. At that point, I don't remember. It was 10 years.
Sean, that's not an important detail.
Whatever 10 years ago was, but yeah. Once you've had to pee on someone's
TA's
foot.
North was better though. I'm just saying. No.
Yeah, so
Everything kind of changes when you had to pee on somebody.
if after this is done, if we want to line up in the bathroom,
I don't know. I got to drink more beer. Work one up.
Yes.
So what do you guys think of Hell in a Cell? What do we?
Would you guys think of the
gravy.
cell itself?
I
thought the red
cell
was
dope.
Yeah,
I liked it.
it definitely makes it more
It's
hell in a cell type
Hell
of
in a Cell,
vibe.
it don't
Yeah,
make
Another
sense,
good
right?
pay-per-view. Another good pay-per-view.
It was definitely solid. It was definitely solid.
The tag match was dope. The Shield versus Dolph Ziggler and
Drew
McIntyre.
I'm having brain farts here. Drew McIntyre. Why can't I remember his fucking name?
How many times did I ask Anthony what his name was the last show? 3 times. I could never remember.
I don't
Drew
know why.
McIntyre.
I don't
Yeah.
know why.
I could not remember it.
Yeah.
because you're probably
And I
thinking
like
of
it.
Gallows too.
Yes,
Yeah,
I want.
yeah,
That's.
yeah.
I always want to say Gallows.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. He looks like a Gallows, but yeah, fucking the Scottish guy. But
Yeah.
it was good. It was good. It was good shit.
I personally, I thought it would have been dope if Seth and Dean would have won it, and then
Yeah.
the Shield basically
All have the
running
belts.
Raw. Like,
Yeah.
But then it wouldn't hit the setup that
I think they should get Kurt Angle to come in as like a 4th member, but also like a manager mentor and have the tag belts with Dean.
I agree
So
with
that
that.
way he doesn't have to wrestle consistently like that. You know what I mean? He,
Yeah.
you know, and he's in tags. He doesn't have to do
Well,
too much.
they're teasing the heel turn. Like they amped that up a little bit this week with
Yeah, that's weird.
Like,
a
and-
little
I just
premature
think
for
that it's just part of like a Ziggler mind game that
Yeah.
they're always gonna play. You know, they're always gonna try something like that.
They've been
It's like
teasing
they
the heel
just-
turn. Heel
Yeah,
turn
but they
Ambrose
just
for a
put them
while.
back together. They're gonna
But they've always
already
been
break.
tweeting.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
the
Yeah,
Shield-
they got more merch to sell. I mean,
You
come
know,
on.
I mean, they've already done that. Not that they're
Yeah.
not going to do something they've already done, but like they've
It's
already
cool to
they
tease
did
it.
that with DX.
Right,
Before
yeah,
they got
yeah.
back together
Yeah.
for real, they teased it, and then he gave him the
Well-
pedigree right as it was gonna
Yeah.
You got to tease it and then do it later when no one expects it anymore.
What would honestly be dope if they're teasing this Ambrose heel turn, and then the moment hits, Ambrose doesn't, and then you got Roman taking
Roman.
both out, because like that's the biggest issue you have with WWE right now. Everybody hates Roman Reigns, And
Except
you know
for
what?
us three.
And
Yeah, we actually.
I'm a Roman Reigns fan.
This is
I-
probably the only round table you'll ever be a part of
I-
where we actually like Roman.
I'll
like
tell my
Roman.
story in a little bit, but lean into what you got going for you. He's not over. Lean into
Who's
him.
not over?
Roman. He's not over in the way they want him to be.
Yeah. He's not over with the dudes. He's over with
Most
the ladies.
places
and kids.
hate him.
Lean into it.
Yeah.
Lean into him being a heel. Go full out with him being a heel, and you will get that pop that he'll be able to pull it off. He can pull off asshole because he is an asshole. Like he can pull it off perfect. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason to be. Oh, he's a good guy. Come on, guys, like him. Come on, like me. Like
But I feel like he's never really been a really good guy. Like he has like kind of heel tendencies. You know what I mean? Like
he absolutely does.
even
Lean
when
into
he
that.
was baby facing against Triple H, like he fucking annihilated him with a chair that time. Where it was like that's
yeah,
when people were
yeah.
like actually cheering. They're like, "Thank you." You know, it's like, yeah, that was dope. You know, because it you didn't see it coming.
Right, yeah.
You know. But I feel like the Shield's tweeners anyway. They can go either way, and I don't like that about today's product. They do that with Braun. They do it with a lot of them.
I can't
They do it with
fucking
Dolph, where it's
stand
like,
that, dude.
what is he going to be this week? You know what I mean? Like
And that's
it's
the
just
thing, like,
fucking
with,
weird,
with
man.
Braun. Like they're waiting way too long to put a belt on him. Like
Way.
now
Yeah,
it's
way too long.
Trying to do
Does he
a
need
heel
it
turn?
though?
He doesn't. Does he deserve it? That's the real.
He
question.
deserves it, but
What does that even mean in wrestling, though? I mean, like that's just so subjective
Yeah, 'cause
to
they-
each individual
yeah,
person.
well,
You know,
it's true because if you're like,
two reasons to put a belt on somebody. There's two reasons. They're super over, and it's a good look, or they need the belt to get over more.
Like,
Right.
like they did with
He's
Jinder.
already
Yeah.
over.
'Cause-
So you could have him on top and then still have a champion that might have needed that extra push.
True.
They did that with Andre.
Yeah.
They didn't put the belt on Andre like that. They had it on him for like a split second, you
yeah,
know, but
yeah.
they didn't put the belt on Big John Studd. They didn't put the belt on King Kong Bundy.
Right.
They didn't, they don't need to.
they didn't put the belt.
no,
on
they're
$1 million
attractions
man.
within themselves. They make their money
There's
off.
a
of
lot
what
of
they are.
wrestlers that
$1 million
should have
man.
had it,
Right.
but
Mr.
didn't
Perfect.
necessarily
Yep.
need it as bad as
Somebody else.
so and so did. So I mean, yeah, but not saying he doesn't deserve it or he couldn't be a good champion.
Like the only reason these guys get in the business, besides the love for it, is be like, if they could say, "Hey, at one time I was the WWE
Sure, yeah,
champion."
Absolutely.
You know what I
but
mean?
that has nothing to do with what the company's
yeah,
trying to do.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, only so many people can be champion in a year. Oh, there's a lot of wrestlers.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you do? You keep I mean, he's already over as fuck. Do you not give this guy the extra,
push,
polish, But yeah, I mean, put it on him like at least once, He should have gotten it already. I think.
That tag run was a joke, so I don't even count that.
Yeah, no.
What?
I kind of feel like
Nicholas,
dude,
dude, Nicholas, man.
I love Nicholas.
Yo, do you know
Are you kidding me?
I hated that.
Do you know what's gonna be great in 6 years when he's like 18 and he's got a couple years or a year or two in training and everything, and he comes back and Braun's still in the company, and they go and they have a tag run. That's gonna be one of the most epic stories in WWE.
I don't like it. I don't know why.
You know what? If they did that, I'd be behind it. But
I think
as
it's
of
a
right
reach.
now, it's a
I think
joke.
that's kind of like, well, okay, if this was real, right? A kid could never be in an adult, business, and he could never compete against grown men.
I mean, yeah, but you could say whatever you want about that, but 8-year-old or 10-year-old, any of us would have fucking loved to have been in that same situation. And apparently it was like Jack Doan, who's one of the referees, like sons or something. Yeah. But regardless, like I can't hate on something that I would have fucking loved to have participated in as a kid.
Hating on it, I just think it's goofy. I just think it's kind of
goofy, but I mean,
it's cheesy and goofy. It's like when they've been milking that dead kid for years with the Connors cure. Did you do that again?
Every week, dude.
Stop trying to destroy the sign.
That's what they named the foundation after.
We're just going to do it.
But it's like,
get out of the way next.
It's like
I quit. That's
it.
Before you destroy the damn set.
It's like, but yeah, I mean, I think Braun should have beat Brock the time that they fought.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's who should have beat Brock fair and square, was when Braun was fucking white hot as a babyface for the first time.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree with that.
After he already retransformed himself and all that, and fucking
after he destroyed Roman for like
he
a
was
month
beating
straight.
the fuck out of Roman.
Yeah.
And then they could have had later on Roman beat him and maybe it would up the stock,
right.
But they won't, but. They don't do it. They don't even use him the right way as a babyface. But yeah, Roman as a heel would be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Shield came in as heels.
Oh, yeah. Like, and that's like you were talking about how you didn't like the goofy thing. That's part of the things that I loved like as a kid. Like I'm not talking about nonstop goofy stuff. Like you got the goofy like with the kid one, but then you got the goofy shit like lifting the ambulance. Like it's that.
But they fucked up on it though,
right? But if
they made it look like they.
If you're a kid watching though, like there's that sense of fantasy that
I like that. I mean, that's happened throughout every generation.
Absolutely,
almost, since the 80s.
See, I'm weird with goofy shit because I feel like there's a definite line drawn.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a fan of like the Young Bucks wrestling an 8-year-old or by himself and
dicks
or Kenny Omega wrestling a fucking blow up doll or whatever he did to like that. Yeah,
terrible.
Like when you got the New Day coming out, refrigerator box,
I'd watch
that. It's a time machine
just to see what he did.
I love that shit. That shit makes me laugh. It
He's
breaks up the
inserting his
show.
penis.
It's a little bit different. Like it's nice having those different tier of competitors who can switch it on and be way more serious when they want to be, but they can be goofy as fuck when they want it. Like
right.
I guess it just goes with wrestling. It's going to happen. You're going to have some dumb.
And I'm not saying a move like that wouldn't have been okay with somebody else. It didn't match with Braun, in my opinion. Yeah,
see, it did,
when
he
he
didn't
turned
need anybody
over
else
the belts,
to win the belts.
That is true. That is true. He was a baby. He doesn't need nobody.
Exactly.
He can't.
It was like just saying.
I think they could have got more mileage out of it if he didn't turn in the belts and he either just did it by himself or tried to find another partner and win it.
You had to go to school, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, obligation.
He's not playing for a
school to be a tag team champion. Okay.
Oh, dude,
it's too early to pad his resume.
Would have been skipping all week.
So what is your Roman Reigns story?
Right.
Why don't you?
Why don't you like Roman?
So my best friend Matt and his wife, they're both big wrestling fans, and they were getting married on a Saturday. And they're getting married out in Syracuse. It was the same day that WWE was doing a show in Utica. And his wife had messaged WWE, see if like, any wrestler that wants to show up to the wedding is more than invited. Like, it's not like a publicity stunt or anything. They can come in. She didn't hear anything. That's fine. So wedding's getting done. And
why? Because were they hoteling out in Syracuse? A lot of the wrestlers.
We didn't know, but we know that they normally do like a couple towns over, so they're not in the town or whatever. So we're walking in the wedding was at the hotel. So we're walking out and somebody taps me on the shoulder like, yo, look, isn't that Roman Reigns?
He just happened to be at that hotel staying there?
Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and R-Truth are all sitting at the bar. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, all right. Like, and like, you know, Matt's wife, she's in her wedding dress. Like, we're all in like tuxes and shit. Like, so I walk up and I go, I set my hand on his back, very not hard. Like, I'm like,
Shouldn't
excuse me. I go, excuse me. I really hate to bother you. I was like, my best friend and his wife got married. We're all huge wrestling fans. Would it be cool if, you know, you guys took a quick picture with us? He looks at me and goes, get your fucking hand off of me right now. And I'm like, he goes, absolutely not. So I walk away. I'm like, wow, fuck this guy. So then about 15 minutes later, Beth comes over in her wedding gown. She does the same thing. And he goes, well, I already told the groom's friend that I wouldn't, so I guess I can't tell the bride no. And they end up taking the picture with him, right? Still, like, you got 30 people, and I wasn't a dick. Like, I wasn't a dick at all. I was like, you know, I hate to bother you. Like, that's why that I hate to bother you.
Some people don't like that, though. Like, if someone doesn't know you, even if it's not famous, I mean, it goes to the territory of being famous, right?
Exactly.
But some people that are entertainers look at it like, hey, if you would ask me at the venue, maybe. You're asking me when I'm unwinding, having a drink, I'm beat up, I'm tired.
And
you know what I mean?
I do understand that.
But you were polite.
Exactly. I wasn't.
He didn't have to be like. He didn't have to swear or use the tone. Like, he could have politely declined.
If he would have been like, "Nah, man," like I just got, I would have been cool.
A true heel in real life would have told the bride, "Fuck you." It's one of those things where it's like, because it's happened. Ultimate Warrior would have been like, "Fuck you, bitch." You know,
fuck
like,
your husband, divorce him.
But the thing is, TMZ got a hold of the story, and the story TMZ got was, oh, they were at the hotel. They heard a wedding going on, and they crashed the wedding and went and partied with everybody, which was
that's some Mike Tyson
sensationalism.
Move. All right, that's a Mike Tyson move right there.
It had nothing to do with the wedding.
That's TMZ though. That's not Roman Reigns.
But when Roman says this to me, Jey Uso and R-Truth, they both stand up like they're ready to go. Like, all right, you know, I'm 5'8". And I'm not a small
kayfabe, brother.
But like I'm not like and like this was just after WrestleMania where
they don't know if you're some nutcase that might stab him or something.
There's literally 20 other people all dressed up like standing behind me. Like I'm not like
no, but you never know. I mean,
I just had me in a
now you have three
tux.
People who are all share the same attitudes. It would be one thing if they're like Roman, chill out, you know, but they're all kind of like ready, like. You know, like get the fuck away from me.
The funny thing is, half hour later, Bride's father went to the bar. Now he's like 6'5", 400 pounds, farmer built guy. Sat there and he bought them all a drink and it was like, you know, sorry for the inconvenience. And they were cool with that because he towered.
Fuck yeah, he bought him a drink. You buy me a drink for my best friend.
I would have bought him. I would have bought him around. You know, like it
well,
just,
I don't.
It was.
I think it's one of those things where it could be looked at like both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck Roman Reigns.
Right. No, he's got a bad experience. So it's like, you're not going to be like, well, fuck, he's okay at a bit, you know, but.
The thing was, I was a fan of Roman Reigns up until that point. Like, he had just had the WrestleMania.
Could you still be a fan
Rock.
of somebody's work as an entertainer and still not like them as a human being?
Sure, I'm a fan of 3 moves.
Yeah, well, you liked Roman, now you're dissing his moves because of a personal situation that has nothing to do with in-ring work. He has good matches.
He's okay matches. He gets carried a lot.
Well, he gets carried, but you know,
takes two to tango.
He's no AJ Styles.
No, he's not.
Nobody is AJ Styles,
but he's not. But you guys, he's not 5'8". I mean, if you've seen Roman, you know, fly off the fucking ropes. I mean, maybe you'd be like, that's cool, but you'd kind of be like, well, does he need to do that? I don't want to see guys that big doing moves that AJ Styles does. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Like, I never have. I mean.
No, and I get that. I'm just saying, like, you take somebody like Cena, big dude, who has over the years progressed his style.
Beer, buddy.
He's changed. He's worked in some new moves. He's developed. Roman, he's been in WWE now, what, 6 years, not including NXT?
Yeah, but with some wrestlers, they don't want him to do certain moves. See, they don't just write the shit now to a T. Like,
right.
You used to be like, oh, this is what you're going to talk about in a promo. This is what you're going to do for these, 4 or 5 high spots or whatever, spots. And then, you could call it in the ring and, try to do this, but you could do this. Now they're like, well, you're going to do this move at this point. And it's like, you never get like people's full potential in the WWE ring.
True.
Because it's a balanced style. Yeah. I've seen Roman Reigns at 3 house shows. Okay. His matches, and one of them was with AJ. were actually really good, and he did bust out other moves, right? He did his
agreed.
He did his 4 or 5 moves of doom. You know what I mean?
His match was way better than almost any other.
I mean, but look at Cena. Once in a while, Cena will show you like, yo, I could do that. You know, but Cena's got 5 moves of doom. So I mean, I think it's like one of those things where I don't blame you if you're like, yo, fuck Roman Reigns. Because if it just bothers you that much, you're not going to enjoy watching the person anymore. You're going to be like, fuck this guy.
Right.
You know? But like recently when they had him and Seth Rollins in a place getting food after the matches, and people were like, hey, can I get picky? He's like, no, I'm about to pay for this food. I'm starving.
Right.
I mean, the type of person I am, I would have did it. I would have gave him a picture.
Right.
You know? But I feel like they're justified in their actions because of this.
Scenario.
The scenario that's going on.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, this is what's going on. So I think it's one of those things like it's like 50-50, you know, but it could have been worse.
No,
it could have been worse.
Absolutely. See, and on the flip side of that, I have a John Cena story. My my brother-in-law is a Wounded Warrior, and he was at one of the Wounded Warrior things, and it was a couple days before my oldest son's 5th birthday. Brian went up, asked him, he was like, "Hey, my nephew's about to have a birthday. Would you record a video for him?" Cena records a video, and let me see if I got it right here. It's like real quick, 10-second thing, and he was happy to do it. Use Logan's name. Kid talks about to this day. Like it's something that like absolutely, not changed his life, but like John Cena knows who I am.
Well, some of them don't take into consideration like that's going to be like in that kid's brain forever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, but. You know, there's people that have supposed stories of John Cena being a dick. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure you catch him on the wrong
he's the
day.
Consummate professional, but you know.
Well, no, you know what? I've got actually 2 AJ Styles stories. All right.
Yeah.
You met him twice?
Yeah. So, well, first off, my wife waved, so I gotta say hi, baby.
Hey, sweetie.
Does she watch wrestling?
Does she like Roman Reigns?
She's all right. I think
She thinks she's hot. She thinks he's hot, doesn't she?
Well, probably.
I know, dude.
He's a giant, handsome man. I
shit you not. I know a dude where in their living room, his girl has a giant cutout of Roman Reigns and the fucking wall, like next to the TV. So when you watch TV, it's right there watching you, like wow. Like,
so
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So the first time I met AJ Styles, I was standing outside the venue. It was a TNA event, and if you bought this figure of AJ Styles, you got to meet him and have him sign it. Mm-hmm. But you could tell he was having a shitty day. He had a hat on all the way down. He walked up. The dude was like, "Yo, just hand it to him, let him sign it, and go on your way." I was like, "Yo, that kind of sucks." All right.
Right.
So he slid it across the table, and like I was with Stu. Stu said something like funny, and like you saw AJ kind of go. But then you could tell he was just having it. He signed it, moved on, blah, blah, blah. But then when I met him in Rome, and I know I've told that story, he was one of like the nicest people I've ever met. So it definitely does depend on their day.
See, I've met.
They don't need to swear at you. Like I totally see why that. Like they don't need to swear at you. But yeah. But
it also is one of those things where it's like, I mean, it's just sometimes with certain people it's a no. You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally like I remember I was at a bar talking with somebody that was like my friend's cousin I never met, and he's a little tipsy, and I kind of, you know, I talk with my hands a little bit, and I put my hand on his shoulder when I'm. He's like, he looks at me, he goes, "Why are you fucking touching me?" And I'm like, "Oh, my bad," you know.
Right.
I didn't know if he meant like he was saying I was getting a little homoerotic on him or something.
Right.
If I was trying to test him,
just in his bubble, right?
And I'm like, "Oh, my bad." I'm like, you know, whatever. I'm like that, you know. Sorry, you know what I mean. And
I'm the same way. I'm very like.
He didn't say nothing more about it, and I didn't feel that awkward about it. I kind of wanted to be like, "Fuck you," you know. But it was like, whatever. He's right, you know. I don't know this fucking guy, you know. But on that day, I don't do that anymore.
Right.
I don't do it, you know, unless I know you.
See, for wrestlers, I've had mostly great experiences. I've met the Bucks a couple of times, and they're just really nice to me. They took the time to just shoot the shit for like 5-10 minutes with me. Dreamer was awesome. Dreamer.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Dreamer's always awesome to talk to.
Such a nice guy.
And that's the thing, like, especially when you're a professional wrestler, it's like you're not like a movie star. You're not like a singer who's making like all this money. Your money, for the most part, depends on the fans. Like, if you're a dick to me, that might be costing you a t-shirt. And you know what? I might be coming on a podcast and telling people, and then a bunch of other people are going to hear the story and be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I won't buy that shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see
at
you
like,
guys with
whatever.
Roman Reigns t-shirts on right now.
Yeah, but hey, everybody's.
I don't wear wrestling shirts because a lot of them, they just like fit like shit and just they're too expensive at the matches. You know what I mean?
Very odd shaped.
And they take forever to come in the mail and just, I don't know. I mean,
dude.
I've worn like indie shirts, you know.
Right.
I'm more like the indie promotion thing. I'd rather like advertise you. Like when
Right,
2CW was around, I was a huge fan. I know some of the guys. You know?
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I wore 2CW shirts. Didn't stop me from getting a date or getting laid. You know what I mean? We were talking about earlier how there's people that literally watch wrestling but don't tell anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, you know, I'm like, it's not that serious, you know?
See, like half my t-shirts are wrestling t-shirts. Like,
Oh yeah,
Really?
I have. Tons, yeah,
I
I have tons of them.
have a couple Rollins shirts. I have Braun. I have
But I mean,
this one.
But what happens if you meet Rollins and he's kind of prickly? You know, it's like, are you going to stop liking Seth Rollins?
I have an eBay app to sell shirts on.
I'm
But no,
just saying,
but the thing is, like,
I'm saying it could happen with any wrestler
my
you like.
both my kids love Roman Reigns. Like, I bought my 7-year-old has.
But didn't it? Doesn't
Roman
the
Reigns.
hate? Doesn't the kind of like bandwagon hate for Roman Reigns kind of like persuade you a little more to be like, yeah, I don't like him. You know, it's almost like you almost feel guilty for liking Roman Reigns at one point. You know, it's like,
And that's the thing. When I liked him, nobody else liked him. Like, that match, that WrestleMania, is one of the best WrestleManias.
Which one?
Where Rollins did the heist of the century.
Yeah, it's a great.
31,
it's a great.
yeah,
but,
31.
but Roman did his thing too. He took that ass whipping.
Well, this was a month later, right?
And he
after
sold,
that Mania.
and, you know-
like, and I'm like, dude, this like
it was good.
he just threw down with Lesnar and like had like
He did
an
a good
amazing
job of
match.
getting whipped,
Like, and it's I don't know, like it. I don't know if what
He
do you
made
guys
it look real.
Oh, absolutely. If
Not
what
just Brock
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it look real. He made you think
Oh,
he
he
was
sold
getting
it.
the shit kicked out, of him,
Right,
which
right.
he half was. Like, you know, you can't fake getting dumped on your head. You
Oh,
know, like,
absolutely not. Like you take your bumps. Like absolutely.
It's just when you point out, it's when someone hates on him and then you point out the good things and they go, well, he's not the fucking greatest ever. He's not. I'm like, I didn't say that. I did not say that Roman's the best technical wrestler in the world today or anything like
no,
that.
absolutely not.
I said he's a solid wrestler and he has good matches, and I can't. Apparently, I can't.
He's
say
I
that.
mean, regardless,
it's like he's the Dallas
entertainer.
Cowboys of the WWE. It's like
I mean, he gets kids in the arena, and if you don't like that, that's kind of tough shit.
gets kids and
because
chicks
like
in,
we
yeah.
were the kids
that's where
at
the
one
money's
point.
at.
and-
Absolutely.
That's where the money's
you're
at.
Right.
No, you're right.
Mommy, buy me this. Okay, he's hot too.
Actually, the last show they had in Utica, like
Some chick tried to jump.
I took my oldest there, and guess what? I ended up having to buy him Roman Reigns action figure.
No, my kid was there. She had her sign and her T-shirt, and I swear to God, he kept looking at it. He like when he went on the top rope when he does this thing when he comes out, he was looking. He was like,
Because he probably couldn't read it.
well, we were fifth row. You know, we were fifth row. You could see it pretty clear, and I was like,
He still
it's
probably
like he's
couldn't read
looking
it.
at you. You know what I mean? And she was like, oh my God, you know, because she locked eyes with me, and I was like, that's a good moment. You know?
Oh, absolutely. And she'll remember that shit.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. To steer the direction to a different match, what'd you guys think of Orton versus Hardy? Because for a match that I didn't give that much of a shit about going into it,
They're two greats.
They
They haven't wrestled in years.
It's the storyline.
No, they have
The
been.
storyline was great. He was beating the shit out.
Well,
Orton
they've
as a
been
heel
fighting.
is
They
so
haven't
much
wrestled.
better than Orton baby.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
and
But
I
regardless,
And I
it's not
guarantee
like
if you meet Orton, he's gonna be a dick to you.
Oh no, absolutely. Like
Maybe it's the second and third generation guys.
the thing, like the match was awesome. The thing, but like there's that other half of wrestling. Like somebody had the greatest match in the world. I like that build up. I like that story. I like to be told something. Orton on this, I don't like your gimmick, whatever. It's like the Legend Killer 2.0, whatever he's trying to do right now. It's not working for me. I want him as a heel, but I want him as a heel with a purpose. Like what do you do? He went
Well,
after-
you know that storyline got
I'd rather have
interrupted
him do
because of
Legend
him
Killer
getting
2.0 than
accused of
anything
fucking
else.
with a writer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless, dude, that match was just fucking brutal and like everything that you want
it
from a
was
Hell in a
great.
Cell
It
match.
was
Like
great.
that was definitely like one of the matches of the night.
I
if not
kind of
the
knew
match.
what was going to happen in the end, though, because that's usually the scenario with Hardy. Like, if he's going to lose,
But there was
and there's a
literally like.
table, he's going through it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Like there was like the gnarly spot with the screwdriver right through his
done
gauge.
that.
Yeah,
Was
dude,
like-
And
that
if
was
you
some
have
creative
gauges,
ass
you
shit.
deserve
Dude.
that, okay?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that's almost like Alexa Bliss with the double joints. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
It's creative
Imagine-
to do some shit like that.
Can we get sexually explicit on it?
No.
She's double jointed, guys. Okay.
And she was a
I think you
cheerleader.
could get where we're going.
Holy shit! But yeah,
Then
I'd
get
rather,
pinned for the
I
1,
would
2, 3.
rather see him do Legend Killer 2.0 with how many people are still wrestling than go back to the Apex Predator or the Viper Persona.
Right.
I didn't like either one of those, but I thought the Legend Killer thing was cool.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I
so
like
if he's gonna
everything about
start with
Orton.
Hardy-
I'm an Orton fan. I mean, Orton,
The thing I don't like about him is like when he's on, but when he's not, when he's off,
because
he doesn't give a shit. Right.
Because you can't just sit there and somebody that's been at the top of the mountain and just give him bullshit, and then it's like he could do it, but why should he? And I kind of don't fucking blame him.
Yeah, but that's bullshit
if you
though,
put him
because
in a lame storyline, fuck it.
Like,
I guess,
they
but
had him go
it's
after the Perfect 10 last night. Like, why? Well, and his excuse was, I didn't like his gimmick. Like, give me something more. Give me something.
I don't want Gimmick Killer.
Like,
I don't think they should be saying
Legend
gimmick
Killer.
on television. But,
no, I don't either.
I think that's cool. He doesn't like his gimmick because I don't like his gimmick.
I'm not really.
I don't like a lot of gimmicks in the WWE.
What is he the perfect 10 at though? Like there, what is he the perfect 10 at though?
He's
anything.
He's one of those guys that they should just
10.
cut. I don't give a fuck how athletic he is. He's boring and just
Exactly.
There's
Like,
too many wrestlers. If there wasn't a lot of wrestlers.
I don't think they booked him right. And
they
I
could
think
take
that's
the
why.
other guy that
There's another
reminds
lot.
me.
See, you didn't watch NXT. That's the problem.
Well, what's the
You watch
hybrid?
NXT?
I watch NXT on and off.
What's the
Was he not
Carlito Xavier Woods
fantastic?
hybrid?
Right, but that crowd there pops way different than the real crowd.
No way, Jose
Like-
or some shit.
I don't.
sucks.
Yeah,
dude.
no, I
Fuck
don't get
him.
no.
I
way
never
either.
liked him.
Yeah, no.
Just get the fuck out of here. Go to TNA and job. Okay.
How's Velveteen doing? Didn't he get a call up recently or something?
I hope not. Yeah, he still needs some work, but he's doing fantastic stuff down there.
Now, that's actually one of the things, the rumors, there's speculation that they might try to do a NXT versus main roster kind of.
Sure.
See, I think
That'd
they
be
could,
awesome.
I think they could do a
Nexus
good
all
job.
over again.
Yeah.
But, like, yes and no. Like, because, like, they have, like, their own little universes. And, like what does that accomplish? Like, NXT's your little, Triple H's little playground to see who's going to be good and who's not going to be. So if you were having the whole NXT roster going against the main roster.
Survivor Series, though.
I don't think it should be
If they just show up and like, yo, why are we getting left out of Survivor Series?
You guys are
what
asking
the
for
hell?
a
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's just like Tommaso and Johnny, which would be weird to pair them up again since everything they got going on. But I mean, if it's like the stars of NXT and Eric Young's not there anymore, I don't know who the hell is even there in terms of stars.
There's too many wrestlers now.
But I mean, don't bring everybody up and make it like another invasion. But I mean, you could do like
But if there was like a 5-on-5 for like Raw versus SmackDown, but then 5 guys from NXT show up, like if you had who are the big dude, those fucking destroying tag
Killian?
teams. The tag team dudes.
AOP?
The War Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
The War Raiders I don't know, pick like 3 other guys.
War Machine, you mean? You mean the dudes from Ring of Honor?
No, the War Raiders.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, those chubby dudes with beards.
Yeah. Those dudes are nuts.
Yeah,
They're
but
all right. They remind me
is
like
one of
80s
them
wrestlers.
is one of
I like
them
'em.
bald?
Yeah,
Those are the. I'm pretty sure those are the dudes from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, War Machine.
They
Yeah,
just changed the.
yeah. So it's not War Machine anymore. Okay, but it's the same.
I heard a rumor that they might have a TNA invasion. They're gonna actually. They don't want to buy out TNA or Anthem doesn't want to sell, so they might actually have some of the old library on the network and even put like Impact reruns on there, and they might have like how they used to do with ECW back in the day.
Right.
Who do
The
they
first
even?
invasion?
Who do they even still have for an invasion?
Hey, what up, Meganomics?
Hey.
What up, brother? You got Mosh Pit in here? What up, brother?
What's up, guys?
What up, dude?
Let's show them the East Side Hood, huh? We're
Dope. I see you, bro. I see you got the beer skis.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not too many. Just a couple.
But shit, what the hell are we even talking about now?
TNA.
TNA,
invasion angle. I think.
But who do they still got though?
That's the thing. They don't.
Well, they didn't. Well, they got their little main guys, but I mean, they got guys that are coming in from fucking Lucha and
you could do something with Ring of Honor.
John Morrison and
long.
But They have
Why is he
Pentagon.
not back in
Pentagon's
WWE?
going to WWE when
He
his
probably will be soon.
contracts are
I
up.
definitely wouldn't doubt it. Maybe his
And
contract's
I
not
think
up.
that's
But
here's the thing. WWE's big enough right now where they can give a rub to a smaller company without having to worry about affecting their pocket.
Their only real competition is New Japan.
Right, but they have so many wrestlers that they need to help the other fucking. If they're cool, they need to help the other companies because it gives guys a place to work when WWE doesn't need them anymore.
Right.
Because even WWE cost cuts.
well, that
WWE's been rating Ring of Honor's talent pool for years, but Ring of Honor's like, cool, go because on the low they're cutting them.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think they have that back.
And they did that with ECW before they bought them out years ago. They didn't have to do that.
No,
so
not at all.
Vince ain't as evil as people think. Like he's still kind of like,
he's a
hey, well,
businessman,
guess
is
what?
what he is.
If you got a place to work, then I don't have to fucking worry about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if you do good there, I'll just take you back. I'm going to take your momentum and utilize it, right? So I think that would be cool for TNA. I don't think it matters if they do it for a WWE fan that doesn't like TNA.
Right.
If you like both, I think it's cool.
Right.
It's a win-win. So
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind it, but I just don't know who the hell they would bring. I mean, I guess that's a good thing too because it introduced me to people that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to people that I already do know and either don't give a fuck about or don't like or whatever the case may be. But I think it would definitely be more effective if they did it with Ring of Honor.
That too. I mean, maybe they might do that. I mean,
oh my god, I would love this. Is Jay Lethal still in?
Yes, he is. I don't know how the hell he hasn't gotten a fucking contract. Or if he's just
Jay
put it
Lethal.
down or what.
I've always loved when he was in TNA. Dude, he was like, oh.
See, I wasn't
Clean
watching.
up now.
Yeah, I wasn't watching when he was in TNA, but when he was the dual champ in Ring of Honor, when he was the television and world champ, like for a year, I think at least or something. That was like one of the fucking greatest runs in wrestling history, dude. He was so great that entire fucking time.
Well, they might not
You
do
should
that.
you should check out some of his TNA work.
I don't
He was
think they're cool with
unbelievable.
Black
Ring of Honor.
Machismo.
I don't think they're cool with Ring of Honor anymore because Ring of Honor stepped on their toes at Madison Square Garden. They already tried to put a stop to it, but MSG kind of said, well, nah,
14 minutes they sold out.
And now they got the
Ring of Honor.
We talked
They had
about
the-
this
they had
before.
the
I'm
pay-per-view
pretty
I didn't know.
sure.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was that quick.
Yeah.
Guys, can I finish? And
Sorry. Sorry.
And basically, what happened was, I guess when they were doing the All In thing, Vince reached out to them, and they were like, "Nah," like through Jericho. I guess. It was. They said on his podcast, and they were like, "Nah," like. So I think right now, Ring of Honor is like on Vince's shit list. You know what I mean? So
Well, like
right.
Like that's the thing. Like Jericho had arguably one of his best runs. His last run that he was in them.
Oh yeah, the whole
You just made the list.
the list run was awesome.
Continuously
Yeah.
reinvents himself.
He's one of the great. He's one of the greats.
Oh,
and the fact that he's tearing it up over there.
everywhere.
That
Everywhere.
anywhere he
shows
wants
up
to.
Shit with
anywhere he
Omega
wants.
and the other Japanese guy was dope. You know,
Right,
damn.
And the thing is, like, he's earned that to be able to show
Absolutely.
where, when, how, whatever he wants to do. But that's got to get right underneath Vince's skin just a little bit. Because,
Just a little bit.
Like,
Because he don't want to see him do that good without him.
he's like, I made this dude, and now what's he?
Wow.
Yeah, but he didn't really make them. Jericho was already.
Jericho
I mean,
made him.
obviously he's a much bigger. He's a much bigger star after
Don't get me wrong.
WWE.
Jericho was a well-known wrestler in WCW, but until he came to WWE.
Yeah, but
he wasn't.
regardless, you think that he didn't have a conversation with Vince before he went? I'm pretty
Yeah, but
sure
I'm
he
saying-
said on
No,
his
he did.
podcast he
Yeah.
did.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but I'm
did.
saying
I don't-
like WWE is what really made Jericho. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
got
yeah, and
him
do like a household name and
mainstream,
everything. Yeah.
media. But
Y2J?
at this point, I mean, Jericho. I think honestly, in my opinion, Jericho is like, I'm going for like GOAT status here. Like,
That's
I'm gonna
exactly what he's doing.
I'm gonna let you know that, like, yo, dude.
I'm doing what I want to do. If you don't like it,
wanna do.
my bad.
See, and he's always someone who gets brought up, like, probably to, like, the lower portions of, like, top 10 lists for greatest of all time, but he should definitely be where, like, a fucking, like, a Hogan spot
this
or,
point.
like, a Austin spot. Yeah.
Before, maybe not, but this.
But within the last
top
couple
10
of years, yeah,
top 10
absolutely.
of all time.
Oh, yeah,
Jericho,
easily.
All
And
all
on the
overall.
higher
Promo
side
work.
of that, like,
Yeah,
towards the whatever you want to call it, the upper echelon.
Oh yeah, he's up there. He's up there with Sean and Brett and all that.
Absolutely,
definitely. I think we all agree on that. And he's getting older, but he could still go. And I think if the Undertaker can still have a match, so can Jericho.
Jericho still has good matches.
He's got that dad stomach, but
years ago though,
it's all good. He can still go.
He looked like Greg the Hammer.
So is Billy Idol.
He was definitely out of shape.
So is Billy Idol. His diet is Guinness and fucking Haagen-Dazs, and he has a 6-pack.
Do some dumbbells or something. Jesus Christ. You know?
My girlfriend won the title at Hell in a Cell, Miss Becky Lynch.
That your girl?
I like her. I was happy about that.
And it's like, oh,
dude, that voice is so cute, man.
It's not.
It is though.
Good Irish accent.
It is.
It's not.
That's a real accent.
It is, but it's not. It's not a hot Irish chick.
Oh, that gets my blood boiling.
It's not a hot Irish chick accent though. It's kind of like I'm a roughneck.
I like what
old
they're
school
doing.
wrestler. Like I don't know, but yeah, she's.
That's
cute.
all right. That's my girl right there.
Yeah. Nice little redhead.
Yeah, actually, we're getting.
She can wrestle.
Time.
She can wrestle. Dude.
Are we though? Because we started at 10 after 6. We got like 14 minutes left.
I thought we started at 5 after 6.
No, we didn't. We literally checked.
The ad started.
The ad started at 6:08.
Oh.
And we didn't get going until like 6:10, 6.
Wow.
So if you want to go the full hour, if you want to go the full hour, we have like 14, 15 minutes.
We don't have any questions left, do we, or anything?
I think so.
Oh, okay. That's a first for this week.
Yeah.
You bastards.
I got.
You want my top 5, right?
Top 5, top 10, whichever one you feel like doing. Hit us up.
All right, my top 5 greatest wrestlers, and I got a little back for each of them. I got reasons for everything. Number 5 would be Roddy Piper.
Nice.
Because back when I was a kid, I watched cartoons, and then the Saturday morning wrestling come on. I wasn't a Hogan dude. It was
neither was
I like Piper better.
He was that original like anti-hero. He wasn't bad. He wasn't good.
Tweener.
And he was awesome.
Yep.
He was awesome. And then my number 4, they come as a duo, even though like they tagged, but they weren't. But I think they're so much better with each other than without each other. Hall and Nash.
Right.
And I'm not talking Razor Ramon and Diesel. I'm
wow.
talking about Hall and Nash. Like them together. That
hey, to each their own.
They
were good.
Coming into WCW. That swagger they had and everything
at the time.
That did it for me.
Yeah.
Like I can't argue with it. You know.
Yeah.
My 3 would be Taker.
Okay.
From time I was a kid. Now not so much, but like. That supernatural thing. I remember like sitting there like, I don't know, it was like 11 or 12 and Undertaker killed his brother, but his brother's not dead. Just constantly being that consistent force. And like for the most part, like they've had little alterations to his costume besides that weird ass American badass phase. Like he's been the same. He's always made it work and he's always been just that beast.
I mean, wow. Yeah,
like you can't argue with Taker. Like Taker is
at one point he carried WWE right before like the Stone Cold Rock thing took off. Like it was Undertaker.
Right.
It was absolutely Undertaker carrying the WWE.
Sometimes I almost think that like The Rock and Stone Cold are a little overrated. I don't know.
As far as actual wrestling goes, yes, but like persona wise, no.
But Stone Cold is because of his neck injury.
They are
though. He used to be a really
wrong. They are phenomenal. The Attitude Era is overrated.
I agree with that. If you,
I can't disagree because it was my favorite era.
Yeah, I was just say it's my.
It is your favorite era, but you could look at. I always say ruthless aggression was the best because like you could look at the undercard of the ruthless aggression and you still have like good fucking wrestlers and shit and notable people.
If you think it's because of your age bracket too?
Probably a little bit. I mean, I'm sure there's a little bias in that.
I mean,
but
you and I are the closest in age, and he's you're 24.
24. Just turned 24. Yeah,
I'm 33. Like
I'm 37.
So like there's a slight. I'm about to be 35, so it's like it's.
I love age.
See, and so like, I love age. And like going into my final 2, my number 2 is Triple H.
Okay,
like,
absolutely.
I love him for not just his wrestling persona, for his real life persona. Because think about this: You're coming in, and the gimmick they originally give you is some British royal, okay? Like, what is that? He rolled with it, whatever. He kept the name. He literally kept the name.
Yeah.
And turned it into, with my number 6, Shawn Michaels. Like, with DX, like, DX is arguably the greatest faction of all time. And what they did with that, you will never see again. You'll never see the chemistry that they had. And then the dude went and married the boss's daughter.
Yeah.
And now basically is going,
I heard he was a dick in real life sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
I'm sure. I'm absolutely
and he's
sure
held
he
wrestlers down, and he talked too long.
But he knows
promos.
He knows
Harley's high knee and Flair's knee and figure four. And
but the man is a genius. Like
crossface
from everything he did, and like
he is good. He has
it happened
legendary
by
moments.
It happened by happenstance. Like he was a bodybuilder, and some dude was like, "Hey, man, you should go over that."
But he liked wrestling, though.
He did, but the dude was like, "Hey, you should wrestle." And look where he is now. And my number 1, 316.
Yeah.
Like
Stone
he.
Are we doing top 10 here?
It was my top 5.
Oh, okay.
And
Hall and Nash was together.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
Like 316, man. Yeah. Like you can't like what he did for me as a preteen and a teenager. Like he gave guys confidence. It's like forget the cheesy stuff and being like everybody else. Be you.
Yeah.
And like I remember sitting in my room watching this dude roll up to the ring in that goddamn beer truck.
The beer truck.
Being like,
beer truck was the best.
And this dude dumping cement in his boss's Corvette. Like, just those little...
And the windows burst out.
Like, those things. And, like, you don't forget that shit. Like
blow up the ex's bus.
Like, I'll go on the network with my kids and be like, you need to see this.
Yeah.
Like,
some kids like it. But so you're saying if you had to have a 6, it would be Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels would be 6. Foley would be 7.
Well,
I love Foley.
I don't think we got time for everybody to do 10, but I'll tell you real quick. I like so many wrestlers, and it's like I got so many top 5s of different brackets. I think, but if I really like in wrestling, as far as like the business people and the wrestlers, their outlook is what draws, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So I'd have to say for that, and then the era coming up in the '80s as a kid, I think my top 5 would be Piper, Hogan. Can have Hogan without Piper.
Right.
Savage. I think.
Oh, I love Savage.
Bret Hart.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm a Bret Hart mark. And honestly, Ultimate Warrior, because you think, oh, he sucks at wrestling. He's
I was never a warrior.
That shit doesn't matter when you're a kid and kayfabe is alive,
exactly,
dude.
Like, dude, you know how many people that was their favorite?
Right.
Like Hogan, like Warrior was Hogan status at one point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think for me that would be the top 5. 6, the honorable mention will be Undertaker. I agree.
Yeah.
Undertaker.
Okay,
That's
so mine might be different. I know we did this when Ben was on as well, and mine might differ a little bit from the last time I gave my 5, and I don't even think I gave my whole 5 that episode. But anyway,
we've always talked about it though. It's your recollection. It's always going to change.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Benoit is definitely on there. RVD's definitely on there. Probably Jeff Hardy as well. Jeff Hardy was a huge influence for me back in the day. I'd probably throw Kane on there.
very underrated.
Yeah, very underrated. I mean, I know he's slow and shit nowadays, but I mean, he's old as shit. Give him a
the
break.
best big men ever.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd probably have to throw Taker on there as well.
Brothers of Destruction is a special thing too.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a beautiful thing.
Which I frowned upon their DVD because they left out a lot of good shit.
What do you guys?
They really did.
What do you guys think about American Badass Undertaker? Do you
I don't
or nay?
mind it, but
it was okay.
They should have did it
so much
against Cena with Kid Rock there.
Right.
And
I thought that's what was going to happen.
He put the hat down in the ring when he lost to Roman.
I thought that's what was going to happen.
That was the time to fucking do it.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. But that's when I kind of walked into wrestling.
About it.
And the first wrestling shirt I actually ever owned was the red Big Evil shirt.
I like that.
And,
I like that shit. I liked it.
Yep.
I liked it. He almost had an MMA feel too, like
yeah, he had the gloves and everything. Yep.
Yeah,
well, what I think what happened was he told Vince he wanted to be himself. Like, that's what he is.
That's
the
what
biker.
He's a biker guy like martial arts. Yeah.
And his ladder match with Jeff Hardy, dude, my favorite match from back.
I love that. I love that too. It was really dope.
That was.
What's your top 5 there, Pancho?
See.
Triple H.
Owens.
You know what?
Owens.
Triple H.
Owens. Since the moment I watched him in the first match I saw him in 2CW.
Owens is really good.
Instantly.
Good.
I was like, this dude's going to the top, and then boom. It happened.
Yeah.
Owens, Shawn Michaels,
Virgil.
Virgil's number 10 now.
R-Truth.
Oh God, I hate
So
it. I can't stand it.
Michaels and Triple H, right?
Michaels, then Triple H at 3. Styles
Yeah, AJ Styles.
at 2, and Jericho at 1.
Okay.
That's 4, right?
Well, he said Owens too.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Owens, Michaels, Triple H, Styles, Jericho.
Okay,
I
that's
can
a good
see
one.
that.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
going
that.
more current and all.
Yeah. I can respect that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was getting all nostalgic and shit.
Mr.
Yeah,
Perfect is probably like number 6.
Yeah, he's the man too.
Yeah.
Mr.
See, that's why you can't have a
Mr.
top
Perfect.
10 in like overall.
Like you
Top
got
10.
you gotta go by
Yeah.
decades.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta go. Yeah, exactly. Or the top 100, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's so many greats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always loved
Undertaker and Bret Hart would be on my top 10 too. I was huge on those dudes, but
one kind of underrated guy that I liked back in the day, and I mean he's kind of a dick, so he deserves some shit. But I mean, Hardcore Holly was somebody that I really liked back in the day.
He's a little underrated. That in the Ruthless Aggression era,
Yeah.
he
Yep.
peaked. I think he was actually really good.
He
No,
was.
Matches were good.
Before we cut out, did anybody watch the Mick Foley special after Hell in the Cell?
I started
get to
watching
see
it, but
that.
then
How
like I
was it?
really
Good?
had to go to sleep.
I absolutely loved it. Like
Yeah.
just him retelling that whole story, and like it's a story we all know. We all have heard all the different.
I watched.
Was that the one with
But his point
him
of
and
view-
Taker with the
Yes.
phone calls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that on YouTube. That was really interesting. to
Well, no,
listen to.
not with the phone. It was him. It was him on a stage like a stand-up comedian.
Oh,
And it was an hour long. It's on the network now.
Yeah.
I need to
He
watch.
just-
Like the other one that he did, kind of, right?
Yeah,
okay,
very, very
yeah,
similar.
yeah.
But he just talks about that match.
Oh, no shit.
And like his recollection of everything, like his details and his Foleyisms about everything, like it's so good to just hear him just tell it again. And,
Right,
like,
right.
It just because I remember watching that match and like I thought he was dead. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, especially with JR calling, my God, he's dead.
He broke it in half.
He broke it in half. Like, yeah.
And like he tells a thing on there when the Terry Funk goes over and like slaps him, but before that, somebody, I think it was Taker, went up and said something to him, and what Taker said was, "Make sure he's alive."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no
they thought
shit.
like they didn't know his status, like they didn't know if he was DOA or if like what was going on. And Terry Funk was like, he's still alive, and that's when Taker choke slammed Terry Funk, and the rest of the match continued on. Like it's just the details of that match. Like it's just that's one of the greatest.
Can we say Can we say the greatest part of that match is Terry Funk getting choke slammed literally out of his shoes?
his dad's shoes. Like,
Amongst all the chaos, Terry Funk getting choke slammed literally out of his shoes.
He talks about that. On there. Like, it was good. I definitely recommend you guys watch it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go home and watch that at some point soon. Yeah,
I definitely do need.
Yeah, it definitely sounds interesting.
Yeah,
but yeah. All right, so I think now we should probably wrap up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, anybody watching, get the fuck out of here. We gotta get naked.
We're done. We're done. It's about to get weird down here now.
All right, so who's foot am I peeing on first?
Drip, drip, drip. No. So, but we want to thank all the sponsors: the Mill, Seasonal Sports, Vigneto, Illustrated Studios, a GT Cornerstone. Make sure you get a hold of all of them if you need anything.
Thank you guys for having me on.
Thanks for coming, man. We appreciate it.
Anytime.
It's fun shooting. It's fun straight shooting.
Okay, we're
I'll see if I can talk to my therapist.
Yeah.
And deal with my issues with Roman.
So, but yeah, thanks for coming, and yeah, everybody,
peace out.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Word.
Oh.